Lance Hall here for Let's Discuss with Lance Hall. Happy to have Fred from Satan Takes a Holiday with us today. How you doing, Fred?
I am doing great, thank you, Lance.
All right, so I want to talk about your new album, A New Sensation, came out recently on Despos Records. I have heard it. It's excellent, Fred.
Thank you so much.
I like to approach things sort of as if I'm a brand new fan who has just discovered the band, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gone to the music store and I'm flipping down through the discs or the vinyl or whatever, and I come to the S's, and I come to this album. I still like to use the term album. And it's called, I see the name of the band, Satan Takes a Holiday. And I'm thinking, that's an interesting name.
What were they thinking?
Where did that come from?
We weren't that serious when we started, like 11 or 12 years ago. It was just going to be something fun. We've actually kind of given up on making careers for ourselves in the music business. So this was just a way to keep playing. We were only going to play covers we wanted to play and stuff like that. So we didn't take the naming that serious. We found a version of Satan Takes a Holiday, this old big band jazz song, recorded by Anton LaVey, the founder of the Satanistic Church.
Right.
And we found this on a collection of songs by the members of the Cramps.
Okay.
Which we are huge fans of. So it was just one of those. This was a quirky song. This could be used as an intro for the band,
sure.
And then later on, and the name is kind of all over the place as well. Let's take that.
Yeah, exactly. Then I look at the name of the album called A New Sensation, but this is your fifth album.
Yes. So maybe we're not quite the new sensation we say we are, but I wanted something to go with the theme of the album, which is all about change. Whether it's within ourselves that we need to change to get with the program of the new times, or just we need a new leader, or kind of a mild revolution theme going in this album, and the title song was named A New Sensation, so I thought it could play both ways. Also, of course, as a kind of a joke that we're these young new dudes releasing our first album when it's actually our fifth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kind of like when some bands put out their second album and call it Volume 3, right? You know?
Exactly, or the first one being Greatest Hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I look at the cover art and I see members of the band dipped in gold.
Yeah.
Which sort of is a theme throughout here. What was the concept with that?
Well, actually, we've always enjoyed expressing ourselves on stage with a bit more than just the t-shirt and jeans kind of guys.
Yeah.
So we on the first album we wore like really strappy clothing with tucked in shirts, and like we were going on a really fancy restaurant or party, because we wanted to dress up for the occasion, you know.
Right.
We're here to give you guys a show, and we want you to tell the difference who's in the band and who is not, kind of. And for the fourth album, we started painting our faces in silver as a kind of a spoof on the Tin Man.
Sure.
Thing, and that album was called Aliens. So we started discussing what we wanted to do with this new album, and one of the first things someone said was, "Well, this album is definitely one better. So what is one better than silver? It's gold." So
there you go.
And it just tied into the new sensation, how to better yourself or to better society or whatever situation you're in.
Yeah. Which you guys made use of, the gold paint and the video New Sensation. You released 2 videos off the album, New Sensation and Unicorn. Both of them very cool. Do you guys collaborate yourselves, do everything yourselves? You work with anybody on your videos? Particularly like the one for Unicorn. That looked pretty involved.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, we've used different creators every time we make a video, and I think it's 11 or 12 videos by now.
Yeah.
And we are really proud of all of them. We tend to draw out really cool stuff in the creators. And Unicorn actually was a friend of ours that we didn't even know he was into making videos or was creative in that way. And he approached us and said, I wanted to do this video for any band for several years. Let me give you a pitch. And we found the song and we loved the pitch. He actually did a storyboard with a cutout dolls that that is us in the video. It turned out really cool, but it's all him and the editor that made it. We showed up for a day and recorded some stuff, but I can't take credit for anything but the music.
Very cool.
I'm afraid.
Very cool. Well, let's dive into the album for a little bit. I think I said it at the top. It's 10 tracks, around 30 minutes, which I think is nice. For a while there, everybody wanted to go sort of the Guns N' Roses approach and put out albums with 15, 16 tracks and, an hour and 20 minutes long, and it just got too much to consume. This is, you always want to leave people wanting more, really, And,
that's our approach as well. We the first 2 albums, they were definitely long, not longs, but they were maybe 13 or 14 songs, and we reached maybe 35 minutes. But even that, for us, felt a bit bloated. So since the 3rd album and onward, we decided that we're a 10 or 11 song band, and it needs to be around 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think I like that. I think that's perfect. Some of the tunes that jumped out on me, I thought they were all great. The expression "all killer, no filler" is overused, but this was a great. All 10 tracks I thought were excellent.
Awesome.
Hell is Here. You worked with Tess on this one, and I couldn't find out a whole lot about her.
No.
Can you tell me a little bit about Tess and how you guys work together?
She's it's just a part of the Stockholm punk rock and alternative scene for like 10 years. She actually booked one of our first gigs. She had a club a while ago, and she's been in a lot of bands, but only recently did she hook up with a really great label, and she's I think she hasn't released the album yet, but it's under a project called Memoria.
Okay.
So that's Tess de la Cour. That's just her real name.
Yeah.
It's a really cool name, but it's one of those people that we've always admired, and she's not a name in any sense yet, but I'm sure she will be, and we're very happy with how that collaboration turned out.
That's a great tune. She brought a great element to it. It's kind of a party type. And that's what I liked about you guys' music. For the most part, it was upbeat, positive, party type music. Stuff you would. That's the only way I can think of it, is stuff you would play at a party. Good stuff.
Exactly, and the thing with the songs like the one you talked about, "Hell Is Here," it's kind of an aggressive song with a very meaningful set of lyrics, but it's I think we perform it in a way that you're supposed to dance to it. So it's and I think that's the thing with us as well. We've discovered over the years that we like to combine real issues and real thoughts. We don't have to be party guys all the time.
Right.
But we can talk about real stuff, but we can still it's people are supposed to have fun with it.
Right. You keep it light, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sessions and Cash. My note here, instant toe tapper. That,
Yeah.
you know, that had me tapping my toe right from the start.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. I also like that song really, really much. So I hope we're actually in the process of choosing the next single for the fall, and that's one of my suggestions.
Very cool. Girls, I've got Heavy Grooviness, you know?
Yes, it is. And that song came about a bit differently for us. We were approached by a songwriting friend of ours, a very successful songwriting friend called Patrick Berger, that's been writing songs for Lana Del Rey and Robin and a lot of pop stars. But he's a punk rock guy. And he collaborated a while back with the band Royal Blood from the UK.
Yep.
And this is actually, half the song was kind of from those sessions. And he said, do you guys want to finish this song? So go ahead. So it's a bit of a collaboration, even though we haven't met the guys in Royal Blood. Yeah. We actually made a song together.
Cool. Very cool. I believe what I see if I see it in my feed. A bit of a social media
yeah, it is.
vibe.
Yeah, it feels like it's very easy to get lost in the, I don't know, do you call it that in English, the filter bubble?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you stare blindingly into what you see in your feed on Facebook or on Instagram, and you kind of have to back up and see the bigger picture, and sadly a lot of people don't.
Yeah, too many people get caught up in it too much. The last one I wanted to talk about, and this one was probably my favorite tune on the album, was Kingslayer. Kind of had a dark vibe. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, I was a big fan of a band out of LA called Concrete Blonde.
I know those. I know about those guys.
Yeah, had a very dark element to their music, which I always loved. And this tune sort of took me there. What can you tell me about Kingslayer?
Well, it's one of those bluesy, slower songs that originally was going to be in the regular setting, but as we kind of played around with it in pre-production, we discovered that if we replace all the guitars with analog synthesizers, like 70s synthesizers, we got a really cool John Carpenter-esque sound that we really thought hit the mark for that song. And it's in the same lyrical theme as a lot of the other songs, but from the other side, it's kind of I am the man on top, and try all you might, you will never slay me, or it's kind of we go into the role of the bad guy in charge.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Do all three of you write the songs? Everybody collaborate, or does one do music and the other one does lyrics? You know, a lot of times the singer does the lyrics.
Actually, I collaborate with a friend of mine called Alexander Idfalk, doing most of the melodies and lyrics with him, and on the music we collaborate, everyone in the band. So it's like we have a fourth member that I use for pre-production and finishing lyrics, and it's one of those guys that make you a tad better. So I'm keep using him.
Nice. One gig I've got to ask you about, being a big Kiss fan that I am. You guys opened for Kiss. I think it was a big festival over there in Sweden. Did you get to meet Mr. Stanley and Mr. Simmons, or were they?
I got to meet Gene. Actually. So it was it's my first album, and this is not one of the cool ones, but my first album was Lick It Up.
Oh yeah.
And I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
So they've of course been with me all my life, and I've been a rocker ever since I was 6, and a lot contributed to the guys in Kiss. So getting to meet Gene, he walked up to us as we were setting up for sound check.
Yeah.
And was really cool about it, and professional, and just wanted to make sure we were comfortable and taken care of. He gave us a few minutes, and it meant a hell of a lot, of course.
Nice. And you said that wasn't one of the cool ones. Creatures of the Night and Lick It Up, I think, are two of the most underrated albums in the Kiss catalog. I mean, those guys were firing on those two albums.
Yeah, I know, but it's
it's not Destroyer, it's not Love Gun.
No, exactly.
But
they're supposed to have the face paint on, but this was. I'm not that old. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they were a hell of a band for those albums.
Yeah, they were.
Talking with Fred from Satan Takes a Holiday, their album A New Sensation, out on Despo's Records. It is excellent, excellent stuff. I see we're running a little short on time, Fred. I always like to end my interviews with some fun questions. Hopefully these are questions you've never answered before. Sound good?
Let's try it.
All right. Favorite toy growing up as a child?
Oh, man. I actually... This is going to sound like I made it up, but I got a pair of headphones when I was like 6 or 7, and I used to listen to interviews on the radio with... guys like Kiss and Wasp and Twisted Sister, all in English. I couldn't understand anything, but I used to listen to them all and record them on cassettes. And I also used that headphones and plugged it into the microphone jacket, and used it to record my own radio shows.
Nice.
On cassette, like 6 or 7 years old. So I would that was the first thing that came to mind.
Very cool. A lot of people like to ask the first album you bought. I like to ask, what was the last piece of music that you bought? Be it an album, CD, download, anything like that.
Oh, well, that I know. There's, for me, a legendary punk rock band from Stockholm called Henry Fiat's Open Sore that kind of were at each other's throats all their career, and dissolved like 10 years ago. And I went to and played at a release party of theirs a couple of months ago, where they released an album that they recorded 10 years ago but only finished until now. So that was the last album I bought, Henry Fiat's Open Sore.
Nice. Your current cell phone ringtone?
Oh, that's the basic one. The old phone?
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah.
All right. Given your choice of household chores, would you rather do dishes or laundry?
I think I'm a laundry guy because we don't have the ability to do laundry in our apartment, so I go out to another building, and I have small kids.
Okay.
So it's a chance for me to listen to podcasts and be by myself for a while.
There you go, a little alone time.
Yes.
All right, last one, and this is the one we always have the most fun with. If they were to make a movie of your life, who would you have play you in the movie? And it's your life, your movie, you can pick any actor.
God damn it. I'm thinking, I'm a tall guy.
Yeah.
So I was... right away, not that he's my favorite actor or he's really good, but Bill Hader.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a tall guy. He's kind of a funny guy. I think I would consider myself a funny guy.
Yeah.
So, Bill Hader.
All right, excellent. Well, Fred, it has been a ball talking to you once again, talking with Fred, lead singer from Satan Takes a Holiday, their album A New Sensation, out now on Despo's Records. Check them out at www.satantakesaholiday.com. Very cool website. And touring plans. Any plans to come over here to the States at all?
No concrete. There's dreams, I would tell you that much. But it's the thing with the small kids, and family. So we're doing a whole lot of Scandinavia this year, and we'll see about next year. I'm hoping we get to the States.
Excellent. And I'll look forward to that next single and video coming out in the fall.
Yes. Thanks a bunch, Lance.
Take care, Fred. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.